Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to work a little bit on some poses to help with our stability in the saddle and also just when we're moving throughout our day. So our glute muscles, our glute max muscle, and especially the glute med, which is kind of a fan-shaped muscle that kind of is in about this shape or this place on your body, is very important for stability when we're riding, but also when you're walking. You know, every time you take a step forward, this leg is balancing and supporting you. So that muscle there has to, and that outside has to be strong and stable. Otherwise, your hips will swing one direction and then the other direction, and you won't be stable. So whether you're a rider or not, this is a beneficial sequence for you. So we'll start in mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, lift all your toes, spread the toes, place the toes down, lifting the sternum. Think of energy up through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. So just find your grounded foundation first. So feeling the sit bones and the tailbone dropping down, heavy there, heels dropping down, and then we have energy up through the spine, through the crown of the head. So just a couple breaths here. You can close the eyes for a moment if you'd like. Just gently breathing in and out through the nose. Imagine breathing from the bottom of the lungs to the top as you inhale, and releasing the breath from the top of the lungs to the bottom as you exhale. And especially in a standing position like this, you can even imagine that you're breathing in through the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, think of releasing the breath from the crown of the head all the way down and out through the soles of the feet. So really helping to find that grounded foundation. Inhale and exhale. So if you have the eyes closed, go ahead and let the eyes open. So we're going to start with a movement to wake up those glute muscles. So you can bring your hands to your hips. So I'm a little over to the side today because I want you to be someplace where you can reach something to support you if you would like. So I will be using my railing here on my deck. If you're at the barn, you can use the fence. If you are at your house, you can use your kitchen counter. If you have a really big sturdy piece of furniture like an entertainment center, you can do that too. Nothing that's going to wobble or have any issues for you there. But if you would like to have something close by to use for stability, you can do that. I'm going to step a little closer to give you a little demo here of that. So we're going to start with, again, waking up those glute muscles. So bring your hands to your hips, draw the shoulders towards the spine and down the back of the body. And let's start with the right leg. So turn the right leg just a little out to the side, the right foot just a little out to the side. Bring your weight into your left leg without collapsing the hip to the left. And we're just going to lighten this foot a little bit off the mat, and you're going to bring it diagonally back. So you should feel those muscles right there working, and then bring it back forward. And then inhale, bring it diagonally back, and then back to center. So almost think of the heels coming together here. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, and see if you can do that by keeping the hips forward, and again, not dumping all of your weight or losing that alignment. So what we don't want to happen is for this hip to go out when you bring that leg back. So you see the difference there. And again, you can use this hand there for a little support because number one, help with stability, and number two, you know, we don't want to lose our alignment, and we want to find that nice sensation there. So now bring that leg back to center, and then turn the left toes out. And again, just think of weight in that right leg, engaging those gluteal muscles. And then inhale, lift that left leg back on the diagonal, bring it forward. Inhale, lift back, and exhale back forward. Good, inhale. And you may notice that one leg is easier than the other. So for me, this is my stronger leg, so it's much easier for me to keep my alignment here than on the other side. So a couple more times, again, see if you can feel that sensation in that that left glute muscle. and then bring that back to center. So find your mountain pose once again. Bring the feet just a tiny bit closer. And now we're going to test that sensation in, or that alignment. So lift the right heel. And again, as you lift the right heel, make sure that we're not losing this alignment here with the hips. So the hips stay square forward, and then just lift the right leg up, and then exhale and release it down. Transfer the weight to the right leg. Inhale, lift the left leg up, and then release it down. So we're going to do that a few more times. So if that felt fairly easy for you, and again, notice if one leg is easier than the other, you can also bring your arms overhead. Inhale, lift the right leg, and exhale and release it down. And inhale, lift the left leg, and release it down. So again, we should be feeling those gluteal muscles supporting us. And exhale, release. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up, and exhale and release. So one more time each side. Inhale and exhale. Good. And inhale and exhale, and then release the hands down by your side. So coming to, actually let's come a little to the back of our mat. We're going to come down into a downward facing dog. So we'll do a little half forward bend, bend the knees, bring the hands to your mat, walk your hands forward and your feet back, coming to downward facing dog. So feet hip distance apart, hands shoulders distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. You can bend the knees a little bit. You can pedal through the feet here. You can let the hips shift a little side to side. Just take a moment or two to stretch out through the spine and through the hips. Inhale and exhale. Now come back to stillness, whether the knees are bent to the legs straight, your option. Glance towards the hands, big step forward with the right leg, coming to a lunge, lower the left knee down and curl the toes. Press into the feet, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands down. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step back to that downward facing dog. Take a breath, inhale and exhale. Now looking towards the hands, step the left leg forward. Make sure it lands under the knee, lower the right knee down and curl the toes. Press into the feet, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, release the hands down. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step back again to that downward facing dog. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale. Now this time, option, inhale, lift the right leg if you'd like. Step it all the way up beside the right hand, stay on the toes of the back foot. Inhale, sweep those arms forward, up and back, come to a high lunge. Inhale and exhale, release the hands back down. Step the right leg back beside the left. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Look towards the hands, step the left foot up beside the left hand. Toes of the back foot, heel lifted. Toes on the mat, lifting up to your high lunge. Exhale, release back down. Step the left leg back beside the right. So inhale, lift the right leg up once again. Step that leg forward. This time as we come up, we're going to come up with the arms back. Airplane wings, diagonal alignment here. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale, really feeling that glute muscle of that front leg working. Now release the hands back down. Step back again to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Step the left foot up beside that left hand. Same thing here. We're trying to draw that left hip back. Sweep the arms back. Draw the shoulders towards the spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice straight line. Think airplane arms here. Inhale and exhale. And then release the hands back down. Once again, step back to that downward facing dog. You should feel those gluteal muscles working. So thinking of where your space is, your little prop if you'd like, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot up beside that right hand. Inhale, lift up through that warrior to flying airplane variation, and then if you'd like, lift higher. You can reach your arms forward over your support. Inhale and exhale, or you can bring the hands back to those airplane arms. Again, your option. And then as you're ready, release that back foot down, come back to that high lunge. Release the hands back down to the mat, step back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Maybe again, pedal out through the feet. Notice how those glute muscles are feeling. You should be feeling that little bit sensation there. Now inhale, lift the left leg up. Step the left leg up beside that left hand. Come onto the toes of that back foot. Again, start with that airplane version. And then if you'd like, come forward, reach those arms forward. Again, maybe they rest on your support. Maybe they come back beside your torso in that those airplane arms. Inhale and exhale. And then as you're ready, bend that front knee, step back to that high lunge, and then both hands to the mat. Step back again. Last downward facing dog. Again, maybe pedal through the feet or let the hips shift a little side to side. And then as you're ready, release the knees to the mat. Uncurl the toes, come back to a child pose. Let the forehead release down. Maybe stack up the hands if you need a little support. Let your head rest on your hands. Couple breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And then as you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seated position. So thank you for joining me today, picking this video. I hope that you enjoyed that little sequence, and I hope you can feel that a little bit in those glute muscles. We have a tendency, because we sit a lot, to not use these muscles as much as we need to, and especially, like I said, when you're doing any kind of movement, walking, running, dancing, anything, just getting about your day, those muscles, especially that glute med muscle, is supporting you as you move. And same thing in the saddle. It helps us to find our stability in the saddle. So thanks again for joining me today, and check out the information about my website in the information section below. I have a weekly Zoom class on Wednesdays, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.